What would fullness of joy look like? I don't like these kind of abstractions of fullness of joy as a concept. It's like, okay, but what's that mean? So what would be fullness of joy? I think it's a lot of things. If we asked all of you to write down your list of what is fullness of joy, we get a whole bunch of different answers, but over time we'd see some common themes develop about fullness of joy. So I'll throw out a few things that I think about when I think about fullness of joy. Fullness of joy, as I have thought about it, would be at least being close to and united with the people I love. Just kind of nod if you think, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Second, fullness of joy would be having safety and security. Anybody tracking? Okay. Safety, security, not having to worry about provision and protection. Yeah, that sounds good. Third, being free of guilt and shame. Man, that one sounds like joy producing. How many of you guys know who Jelly Roll is? He didn't look joyful a few years ago. He's a guy with face tattoos. You're like, if you saw him a few years ago, you probably crossed to the other side of the road. Tater sent me a song yesterday. It's like a 10-minute long song. I've probably listened to it a dozen times since he sent it to me yesterday. It's Jelly Roll and Lauren Daigle singing about grace. He has had a transformative experience through grace by Jesus Christ. It's amazing to watch. And he was on the Joe Rogan podcast this last week. I'm a big fan. It's like a guilty pleasure. Shh, don't tell anybody. Of Joe Rogan. And I listened to part of it. I haven't listened to the whole thing because Joe has these like 3-hour-long epic conversations. But Jelly Roll, what was he talking about? He's talking about the redemption and the grace he's experienced and how he is free from guilt and shame. He met Jesus in prison. Awesome. I think that is fullness of joy, free of guilt and shame. Another thing, free of worry and anxiety. I don't think you can be joyful and anxious. I just don't think those things go together. So I'm sure we could come up with a whole bunch of other things about what fullness of joy is, but at least those things. Fullness of joy is connectedness of relationship. It is rest and security and provision. It is the completeness of salvation and forgiveness. It is the fullness of peace and hope. So just thinking about that, second question, how many of you would like to have that?